with the existing abilities, talents, with the opportunities, and with the possibilities and convenience with our own capacities presently there with us. We are trying our best to study the Shastras. One of the lengthy, profound, all inclusive Shastras is Sri Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana by Sage Valmiki. First time we are studying, so we are just becoming familiar with the contents little by little. As we continue invoking the grace of Bhagavan Rama and Vasishtha and all, ourselves also become more and more refined, purified, qualified, more deeper messages that are hidden we will be able to grasp. Have that faith, be there. Let us see today what are the things that are given to us by Mother Saraswati, sage Vasishthaji, in this 54th Sarga, which is describing about Niyati, one of the most important topics. Then about the three types of human beings. Then the ones who do not do any of the Adhyatmic sadhana pragati at the time of departing, after departure. Today, I think we'll touch the topic. How are his experiences? What sort of? Around not less than 20 things are explained to us by uh, Sage Vasishthaji or Mother Saraswati. These are all informations. Well, when we know them, when we have them, we can prepare mentally, we can plan intellectually, then we can better ourselves through the sadhanas with the given conveniences and availabilities. Wonderful topic it is. Let us make our initial chantings, enter into the Sarga study. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāh Sarva Vedantāh Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham Om Shri Rama Rama Ramete Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dandvatetam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatetam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tannamami Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha Sri Vasishthadi Rishibhyo Namaha संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योगवासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्रीवाल्मीकिमहर्षिविरचित श्रीरामवसिष्ठ संवादरूप श्रीयोगवासिष्ठमहारामायण स्मृतिमोक्षप्रकरणशास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मङ्गलाचरणश्लोकाः। ॐ यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्रपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीवसिष्ठविश्वामित्रवाल्मीकिवेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि सरस्वतीमातु समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने मरण विचारो नाम चतुःपञ्चाशत्तम सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच श्रीदेवी उवाच। So the general niyati is explained about the world. Before that, one or two things, general understandings, they may help us before we enter into the subject. Ki this Raja, Padma and Leela, that is the Upakhyanam we are saying. So the Leela Saraswati Samvada, so much of Jnanam. Then Saraswati Padma Samvada, so much Jnanam we are receiving. That is the main topic. At the same time, you can feel that story. Ki Raja Padma was earlier Brahmana Vaashishtha. Then he himself Vaashishtha to Padma. From Padma he went to the next Viduratha Sharira. Isn't it? Be careful about it. So who is going through that? Jiva. As per this Shastra, whatever is Chitta Sankalpa, they are the ones who are from that Chitti Shakti getting projected and then arriving in life. If that subtlest thing is not understandable, at least this much you can understand that his tadatmya with the deha also not permanent, with the people also not permanent, with the projects also not permanent, even with the places. Where he was in that Vindhyagiri Grama, where he is now in this place, in another Brahmanda, in that Raja Padma Rupe in that Antapura. From these Brahmandas, so many Brahmandas distance में he is there somewhere in as the Vidurat. So Desha changing, Kala changing, Dehas changing, then the people around are changing, and in his kingdom changing, Sukha Dukkhas are changing, continuous. All of that is because of his chitta. Then what we have to understand is we also because of our own chitta sankalpas, then the karma we do, that we are commanding ourselves in that way transmigration. After leaving the body to different worlds, different lokas, we are going two things as per our own karma and vasana. Second, having gone there, the drama is the same one. है ना सुख दुख लाभ हानि जन्म मरण शत्रु मित्र then all other dvaitas dvandvas only to end. Before ending, again whatever the sankalpas karmas we have done, they have become the seeds for us to again go in this way. Ananta koti janma in ananta koti yoni shariras, at ananta koti different places we are born with variety of circumstances as just like what we have now. If you want to continue like that, continue. Is there any other way? Yeah, there is a way out from all these by realizing our essential nature, which is Chidakasha Rupoham. Learn this from this Raja Viduratha or Padma Raja Jivana. For every individual, it is like in that what that particular individual's karma vasanas, then whatever the mutual between two jivas, then between a group of jivas, then between the whole all jivas who have the similar type of samskara etc, Bhagavan will bring them together. In that Ishvara's niyati also functions. So many are there. This is how expanding our intellect with this knowledge, we have to visualize the life. Then decide for ourselves. Do we want to continue in this definitely going to bound way of thinking, living, or do we want to just eject out of it by realizing our essential self? Still, option is in front of you, choice is in front of you. Whether one can think now and decide it this way or may take 10,000 lives, the thing remains the same. After 10,000 lives, also, if I want to decide to rise above all this samsara and realize Paramatma Tattva, that time also the option is open. But do you want to go through these 10,000 lives of all yonis? You can continue. Right now, only we think, we start sincerely doing only those sadhanas which reveal Chidakasha to us, then no new agami or added karmas. Whatever prarabdha are there, they get exhausted. In one of the life, when truly the realization of self happens, the remaining sanchita karma, as per Shastra, that gets burnt because the sanchita agami are related to the ego jiva. No, I have risen above my jivatadhatma ego, identified with the self. Then everything, the sanchita gets burnt. Prarabdha happens to the deha. Agami will not be there. Mukta sthiti. है ना? This is how our glorious Shastras indicate to the ultimate moksha. Then coming to the lower level, you can even with your Purushartha become Brahmadeva or Brahmaloka Prapti or Indradi Loka Prapti, Indradeva or Yaksha Kinnara Kimpurusha Gandharvadi Loka with your Satkarma, Sadachara, Punya Karma, Upasana, Yajnadi, Seva, values. These are the options posthumously we reach. So too, the same human world we can come back again and again. So too, the Pashu Pakshi Adi Yoni also we can go to, or the Sarisrupa, krimi kitaka. That is the meaning of the Jaisi Karni, Vaisi Bharni. Let that be in our mind always. Basing on this knowledge, now decide with the available knowledge, opportunities, resources, how best we want to perform, at least to better our future lives. Though we don't recommend it, we recommend bypass all of them straight away. Go for Aham Brahmasmi, go for Tattvamasi, go for Aham Chidakashos. We recommend that. We try for that only. You like it, you listen. If you like, don't like, there are many people who guide us in other things also. You know, how to reach to the Uttama Loka, Urdhva Loka, Uttama Dhana Kanakadi Prapti, Artha Kamadi Prapti. There's so many gurus, shastras are there which teach us how to achieve them. One can go for them. Nobody will stop. The choice is ours. So the choice is ours. Possibilities are these. This is one thing. Second is, or the earlier one was, from Raja Padma and Leela's Jivana. This is how we have to understand that our own chitta sankalpas are taking us to different setups. And I, as a individuality, my all upadhis, my karma, all of them, as per my sankalpa, are, be attentive, kalpita on the Brahman. Brahman is reality. These are all kalpita, not real. Another aspect. When you are not real, the sukha also not real, isn't it? Therefore, don't seek this unreal, projected, uh, temporary sukha. Another advice from another angle given. Else, we either get deluded, taking this alone to be ultimate, or we, by doing wrong actions, invoke the unnecessary miseries to ourselves. That is what that Hindi kahavat. आ बैल मुझे मार, है ना? Or on the way there is a thorn of a cluster of thorns, taking and putting it on our path or on our head. The samsara told to us by the shastras in this way that there is a fire, we are going and putting our hand in it deliberately. Naturally, the fire burns, then we are suffering. Who told you to go there and put your finger there? Think about it. Children do it. So, to the childish people, today we'll study that subject only, who are not matured, they only do this type of things. Jinka intellect has not matured for spiritual goal, those childish people only do that. Like in the Avruno Balishaha, today it came in our Mandukya Upanishad. So to Balaha Pravadantina Panditaha, like in Gita, or Na Samparaya Pratibhati Balam in Katha Upanishad. Everywhere we are told it is only less matured, intellectual people only who seek the fire type of burning samsara. Today, we will be told some 20 are the examples which are similar. They are all the karma phala of the jivas who are not pursuing the moksha giving Brahma Vidya. These are all not to frighten us. No, this is again a part of the niyati. Niyati is the rules, regulations that are set in motion by the Creator. Nobody can transgress them, trespass them, or nobody can bypass them. And not that in that everything is negative. No, there's a positive too. We already told two positives are one, through punya and upasana ityadi, you can get better equipments, better lokas, better conveniences, better levels and standards of sukha. The other one is the ultimate reality. In that niyati, that also is there. If you do sadhana, you realize Brahman. That also is there, no? And cash it. Second one also is there. At least do that. Why only the third one? Where? By bypassing our duties, by doing dushkarma, invoking only the dukkha, which is the third niyati. उतना तो अकल होना चाहिए. That's why you see in this world people working hard, earning more, whether it is money, whether it is people, whether it is love, whether it is respect, whether it is name and fame. Don't you see people growing? मेहनत कर रहे हैं वो लोग. They had that sankalpa of let me work hard and reach to the better level in the earlier life. Different fields that they have forgotten. When did they did this sankalpa or prarthana or upasana? But in this life they are given. Each day somebody is excelling in politics, somebody excelling in science and technology, somebody is in a variety of different fields, the arts and crafts and sports. People are doing well, making the world happy. They are also enjoying the rich luxuries. ये फ्री में ऐसे नहीं हो रहे, ये सब नियति है. Same world you can see the other people always in poverty, always in diseases, always in misery, nobody to care, nobody to value. Don't we say that also is niyati only? By getting this data from the Shastra as a proof by observing the world around us, we have to think, we have to understand, we have to decide for ourselves what we want to achieve, we have to plan, we have to execute. All these things should be digested by us and we have to grow in all this. This is called the Purushartha rightly utilizing. That is called as one is trying oneself to evolve. अपने हाथ में है, कर सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली कर सकते हैं. एंड रिमेंबर इन दैट overnight nothing will happen. Each of the job defines its quota of efforts. Any achievement depends our efforts, depending on where do we stand also. Isn't it? है ना, एक को 10 दिन में वो मिल गया, मुझे 100 दिन लगेगा. वही चीज है, उसको 10 क्यों, मेरे को 100? बिकॉज इज ऑलरेडी एट द 90 लेवल. Only 10 he'll have to reach. He did it. We are at the 0 level, so we need the 100 things to do. So no comparison with others. No, he got it in 100 days, I must get it. No. Where do you stand your abilities, your capacities, of your faculties? They are all counted. तो उसका भी ख्याल रखना पड़ता है. And all of them are wisdoms. Gain them and make a habit of living up to them. Enjoy them. Just like foolishness, we entertained, we made a habit of it. Didn't we enjoy our foolishness so far? Didn't we enjoy our laziness so far? Didn't we enjoy our extrovertedness so far? Didn't we enjoy our indulgence so far? They all were habitually enjoyed by us. If the negative things can give us happiness with habit, why not the positive things? That is optimism. We have to have that. That is positive thinking. We have to have it. Like I can skip the class and enjoy the TV. So too, I can skip the TV and enjoy the class. I can skip my meditation, puja, and enjoy the sleep. So I can skip the sleep and enjoy my sadhana, puja, and meditation, isn't it? It is in our hands to conceive, to try, to achieve. Any day, noble things are always nobler than the ignoble. That's why they are called noble. Higher things are always higher than the lower. That's why they are called as higher. What is the nobility, highness in them? Pure happiness, deep happiness, sublime happiness, long happiness. Like the worldly happinesses. As you mature, look back, you feel regretted and guilty about it. Even after growing in age, looking back, in the lower happinesses which we have gone through, if we are not getting regretted, means we are continuing our foolishness. My age is 80. I look back from the age of 58, 70 तक लगातार मैं मेरा टाइम पूरा भोग में ही व्यक्त किया, एक्सप्रेस किया, स्पेंड किया है. At the age of 80, I remember back and say, I really made my life beautiful. I earned money. I indulged, enjoyed in this and that. If that fellow is thinking, say 80 wala, he's a beku number one. That he has not thought that mind is not, my life is not for the bhog. On the other hand, same 80 fellow who, when he looks back, his age of 40, 50, 60, wherein so many of sadhanas he has done, so many of upasanas, studies, serving the Mahatmas, and thereby one by one adhyatmic stages he conquered Manu. See the amount of self respect, self confidence that comes, the contentment, the fulfillment. This is how we have to measure and take decision for oneself and act on, act. Our Shastras continuously pump into us this data. They inform us, they inspire us. If you want, they initiate us. Every information and inspiration is an initiation for us to take. Finally, the life is ours, faculties are ours, freedom is ours. Make it or mar it, always. Hmm. Having said these basic things, we thought I just came what we can learn from this Leela Upakyanam generally. तो मैं मेरा चित्त संकल्प मैं खुद ही to the different worlds, different shariras, different setups, different people around. I only project and continue that delusory life. In this very life, if I reject this life's upadhis only and identify with myself, here itself I am liberated, and such transmigratory miseries will not come. Now see that Brahmana he was. Aparamse he was doing his upasana anushtana. He became Raja Padma. वहां रुककर पीछे जा सकता है. No, he imagined and he became Viduratha. As a Viduratha, you see, such a terrible war he had to fight. He had to face his enemies, and then they have killed him so brutally. Again, oh, he would have avoided it. As a Brahmana, if you are careful, I am seeing this king's paraphernalia going. Seeing that my mind is projecting a thought that being a king, there is a sukha. Let me be alert about it. Oh, mind, your projection is wrong. King is not a sukha. Sukha is only in being the self, whether I am a king or Brahmana. The king and Brahmanatva depend on upadhis, but beyond the upadhis, the substratum, that alone is real, that alone has to be realized. If he had told his mind and cut that sankalpa, he would have continued to be a sadhaka and realized, not gone through those two lives as a king. Yet, luckily for him, because as a Brahmana, he has gone through the Narayana, the Tattva Shastra and study and all sadhana. That again brought him back. After the second Padma life, he is going to get guidance from Mother Saraswati for his Atma Jnana. तो अर्थ क्या हुआ? अनेक ब्रह्मांडों में घूमो, अनेक देशों के राजा बनो, अनेक भोगादि प्राप्त करो. जन्म मरण तथ्य है, कर्म कर्म फल तथ्य है. साधना करो, मुक्ति ऑल्सो इज श्योर. तथ्य मीन्स श्योर. You choose for yourself. Awaken the intellect. Use it. Get the data, calm and quiet intellect, contemplate karo. So therefore, what I have to do with my Purushartha Samarthya and conveniences? Har pal hamare samne. So what to do, Swamiji? Then what? Take the Upanishad, study it, Tattva Jnana given, note it down, close the book, see that noted notes, contemplate on the Tattva as much as possible. Then again do it, again do it. Do only that till the intellectual comprehension happens pakka, then apprehension on the seat of meditation. Apprehending means realizing it. That's what aparoksha anubhuti. Till it happens, so we have to go on doing. That's it. What about the all other things? Other things, if you involve, again same drama. It is not like when I said other things, then only you remembered it. Otherwise, you are listening seriously only this subject. सोचे तो है लगता है, वैल्यू दिया तो वैल्यूएबल होता है, पीछे पढ़ो तो भागता रहता है, मिलकर भी नहीं मिलता है ना. Help oneself. Having done this, now continuing. Yesterday, after telling us the general niyati about the whole entire universe, entire world, the Anantakoti Brahmandas, Avirbhava, Tirobhava. In each of the Brahmanda, the variety of lokas. In them also, the variety of things like Panchamahabhutas, their guna, their lakshana, they will be always like that. That is the Niyati told. Now, second topic is Niyati regarding our human beings also. We have to discuss about ourselves now. So, in about us also, again, the three Niyatis are there. One Niyati is generally set. Here, about Ayurdhayam told. Kruta, Treta, Dwapara, Kali Yuga. Human beings have 400, 300, 200, 100 Ayurdhayam. Okay. Now, be attentive. Yatha Shastram did life, 100 years will live. Yatha Shastram, he did not do his duties, he will have less life. Yatha Shastram ko samajhkar, even little better than that he has done, he will live 10 years more. That is second niyati. The third niyati is what? Not only you are not living Yatha Shastram, this is only one mistake. There is another mistake. Living exactly oppositely. है ना? सत्य बोलना इज यथाशास्त्रम, सत्य नहीं बोलना इज अयथाशास्त्रम, झूठ बोलना इज द सेकंड मिस्टेक, isn't it? That is different. सत्य नहीं बोलना is one sin, झूठ बोलना is other sin. We are not here to झूठ बोलो और सत्य नहीं बोलो, we are here to सत्य बोलो. That's called niyati. So if you do like that, what is told, 100 years. If you do better, higher. If you don't do, then the lower. Then when you negatively we do, then we have more severe consequences. That is the niyati. This is how the world's show is running. Like in this world, every company has their own product, their own package, their own cost. They put it. You have no right to ask them. It is their choice. It's the niyati. They have taken permission from the government for all of that. आपको खरीदना है तो खरीदो, नहीं तो नहीं. You can't लड़ो with them, isn't it? Can you fight with them? Why have you put this? He said, खरीदना है तो खरीद, नहीं तो नहीं. He has got approval from whomever you have to. He is not answerable to us. We may complain to the government. Government will scrutinize and see if he is really putting more cost. Then he will be checked. But we directly cannot ask. Example. Same way, this is how it is. And by abiding by it, we can really enjoy life. By transcending it, we can permanently be sukha. By non transcending, by not abiding, by, disobedience, we only invoke our problem. This, our intellect deeply has to analyze and understand, and our stupid ego will have to accept it. This is how the intellect and ego should complement each other. The intellect should say to the ego, "Arey, aisa hai, samjho." Ego should say, "Yes, I have accepted." Intellect is like a mantri, ego is like a raja. The mantri should analyze and tell. Mantri ka arth ye mantrana. The one who goes on giving mantra and mantrana, suggestions. राजा इज एंजॉइंग हियर हिज किंगडम, उनको अपने पुश्तों से आया है, पिछले जन्म का पुण्य है. He has got his own ability, capacities to use when required. But Mantri is the one who deals with other Mantris, the other people and the society. So he knows what is happening. Therefore, he gives the mantrana to the Raja. The Raja should be smart enough to have correct Mantri and pure enough to accept the suggestions of the Mantri. Like so many cases we see everywhere in Ramayana, we have exhaustively studied that unfortunately Ravanasura had in his Mantri Mandali everybody negative, destroyed. They all of them. So too in the Duryodhana's company Mantri Mandali, Dushasana, Karna, Shakuni, and Bapre Bap, Father's Day yesterday. That Dhritarashtra himself. All people who were supporting is negative. So the intellect is the Mantri. Ahankara is the Raja. The intellect should collect all this data, present it to me, the aham. I should accept it. I should say to the mantra, yes, let's go by that. That is what courage of conviction. That's called Nishchayatmika Buddhi. That's what Arjuna asked. My buddhi is gone. Huh? Karpanya dosha upata svabhavaha Pruchamitam dharma sammuda cheta. Cheta means buddhi. Krishna gave the knowledge so that buddhi set right ho gaya. Then karishye vachanam tava, he said. Getting the ideas? Why we have to study Shastras? To empower our intellect with right knowledge, right understanding, right vision. Why the intellect should have? So that our ego, I, should follow that intellectual positive conviction. Then I will evolve, I will grow. If I don't have the intellect at all, or have the negative intellect, or the intellect slave to mind and senses are always extroverted, like in naughty children, give me that by hook or crook, when such type of things are there, this individual's life is destroyed. Think. So, having said all this introduction today, lengthy one, we see the slokas. 27. Marananantaram karma phalanubhavanakramam sarva sandeha shantyartham mruti shreyaskaram shrunu. Yesterday we explained. Marananantaram, after demise, karma phala anubhavana kramam. How we get the karma phala anubhava? Uh, Shrunu, I am going to tell. In that, what are the two benefits? Sarva sandeha shantyartham. You will not have any doubts after listening to this, understanding this, of course, having faith in it. Because ये सारे तो मरने को बाद ही होते हैं, तो अब तो with faith only you have to accept with the authority of the Guru Upadesha Shastra. And what Vashishtha ji is telling is the niyati of this world as made by the Brahmadeva. It is his choice. You have no right to question. Question करके भी जवाब नहीं मिलेगा. You can't do anything. You are small. Why will not listen to your words? Then you talk about Brahma Deva should listen to me. बच्चे नहीं सुनते. अपने औकात पे आ जाओ थोड़ा. So मरणानंतरम कर्म फल अनुभव क्रमम शृणु. This will sarva sandeha shantyartham. All your sandehas, doubts will go away. Confusions will go away. The wheeling in the intellect goes away. The delusion will goes away. That non-clarity will go away. Sarva Sandhya Shanti. Second, Mruti Shreyaskaram. Wow, I loved this sentence. With this knowledge, you will change your total opinion from the Mrityu is the most Bhayankara Anubhuti. Say, the Mrityu is the most Shreyaskar. So such person, let me not die, let me not die, let me live long, long with all the diseases in the hospital troubling everybody. From that stupid thought, he says, let me finish this job here quickly. I am ready to go to my next destination. Mruti will be Shreyaskaram. That thought will come. Now, conquering the Mrityu Bhaya with this knowledge of what we do now will yield the result in the future. Therefore, let me keep on doing the best things every moment, even forgetting the Mrityu in this life. Is there anything better than this, greater than this, Mata? Should we not achieve it? Sarva Sandeha Shantyartham Mrityu Shreyaskaram Marananantaram Karma Phala Anubhava Kramam Shrunu. Suno mere se. Okay, what is it? Rudha Adi Sarge Niyatir Yaika Dvitri Chatushyata Urvadishu Ayusha Pumsam Tasyame Niyatim Shrunu. So Rudha, it is established. Adi Sarga in the first of the creations, Niyatihi, which cannot be changed by anyone. Ya Eka Dvi Tri Chatushyata. That 100, 200, 300, 400 years is the Ayu Purvadishu Ayusha Pumsam. That is the first Niyati. Kali Yuga 100 साल, Dwapara 200 साल. That's why in Dwapara Yuga all are little long life. Treta 300, Satyug में 400 साल. That is all the Niyati given. And that each साल in the time idea में कैसा calculate किया जाता है, that is depending on that yuga. That is not so important a discussion now. It is only information, it is only details. कोई फायदा नहीं है हमको अब उसका. इसलिए tentatively said एक, double, triple and chaturth. That is why it's called Kali Yuga. Second, double of it is Dwapara Yuga. Triple of it is Treta Yuga, and char bar of it, the Satya Yuga or Kruta. Niyati, first one. Second, Tasyame Niyatim Shunu. After this first Niyati, there is again second Niyati, third Niyati also. What is the second Niyati? Dhyan se suno. Desha Kala Kriya Dravya. Desha means which place we are staying. Kala, which time we are awakened and utilizing. Kriya, what sort of activities we are living. Dravya, which type of material we are in contact with by food, clothing, or place where we stay, the items, etc. Dravya, all of these, Shuddhi and Ashuddhi, all of depending on the Shuddhi and Ashuddhi of them. So to Swakarmanam, Shuddhi and Ashuddhi. Okay, depending on that, Nyunatvecha Adhikatvecha. When all of them are Nyuna, 100 se kam. Adhikatve, 100 se jada. Nunam karanam ayushaha becomes the cause of the human being's ayu. This is second niyat. Explanation of it. Anna? Ano? Yeah. One second. What is the next sloka? Ah. So, this is second one. देश काल क्रिया द्रव्य स्वकर्मणाम शुद्धि अशुद्धि के अनुसार if there are न्यूना the ayu will be न्यूना, if there are adhikatva ayu will be adhika. Second niyati. Third स्वकर्म धर्मे hrasati, है ना, if the swakarma dharma is not done properly by you, hrasati ayur nunam iha, the human being will die early. Naturally he is eating food and doing nothing for the world, he is a bhoj hai. Therefore, he will be sent only. Then vruddhim upayat. Isn't it? When he is doing swakarma and dharma in a most beautiful manner, his ayu will grow. Vruddhim upayati. This is how it is. Third one, if his swakarma is neither hrasati, reducing, nor vruddhim prapnoti, exactly samarupena is doing, samam yati. तो 100 साल ही जिएंगे वो, नहीं तो 70 50, नहीं तो 110 120 भी. That's how you see. If person is not doing sadharma at all, nobody will support him. So he will himself will feel like living body early, dharma bhi jata hai. The other person, so much of dharma is doing, seva is doing, useful for the society. All the doctors, officials come to serve him to see that he lives long. होता है कि नहीं बोलो? In any field it is. Otherwise, how come for all these big people, hundreds of doctors are there to address, to see, attend, continuously monitor the parameters, go on giving the proper direction, guidance. So they are living on, living on. बेचारे बाकी लोग कोई भोजन भी नहीं मिल रहा, मर ही जा रहे. Everywhere it is. It's a very delicate thought it is. Very subjective. It's so subjective that by listening to this only, what we are doing, what we are not doing, we get an idea. Means we become aware of. But it every time knowledge is only the helper, it doesn't trouble us. This knowledge is a knowledge. ये हमें डराता नहीं. नॉलेज को लेकर हम सेंटिमेंटल इमोशनल होते हैं तो दुखी होते हैं. There is nothing to be sentimental emotional. My swakarma dharma are there. Do them 100% as they are, 100 years. Reduce them, less lifespan. Do them in a best manner, even going out of your comfort zone, higher life, more life. Ayurdhaya. That is the second niyati. Okay. Swakarma dharmane hrasati, hrasati ayununam. Vruddhim payati. Samameva bhaved same. Saman hai to saman. This is the second. Third niyati is what? One niyati is 100, 200, 300, 400. Second niyati is what? All these things. A list is given. Using all of them, if I do the swakarma 100%, given hayu. Kam kiya to less. Jada kiya to more. Niyati number 2. Third, other than swakarma dharma, there is another thing, adharma, which we are not supposed to do. Prohibited actions. Nishiddha. When they are done, Depending on the type of the things done, frequency of doing, depth of doing, again the Ayurdhayam is reduced. Here, mainly Mother Saraswati and Vasishthaji talking about lifespan because only when there is life that there is a Purushartha to do opportunity. जिंदा है तभी अगर हम साधना कर सकते हैं ना. वेदर यू डू हायर साधनास, वेदर यू डू पुण्य कर्म और पाप कर्म, पहले जीना है. Therefore, life is more important. Lifespan is more important. That is why, if you see in our morning, Atharvana Veda Suktams, 50 to 60% of them are all about Ayurvayam only. Swasthata, Dir. Tomorrow, what we are going to study again is Dirghayu Suktam only. Every third Suktam is Dirghayu Suktam. Because first we have to live long, then make use of it for the highest purpose. Clear? Picture clear हो रहा है ना? So the ones who do adharma karma, depending on the quality, quantity, frequency, he will die as a child only. That's what. Bala mrityu pradair balaha. If somebody does that activity, so it deserves him to die as bala, he will die as a child only. So to युवा यौवन मृत्युदयी, युवावस्था में किसी को मरने का है because of his karma, he will die as a youth. How many we see the children? कोई तो कोख में भी मर गए, कोई जन्म लेते ही मर गए, कोई 6 महीने में मर गए, कोई 9 महीने हो गए, सडनली जॉन्डिस हो गया, डॉक्टर्स कुड नॉट ट्रीट, डाइड माई 9 year old. दे क्राई, यू क्राई और नॉट, दैट इज योर चाइल्ड. हो तो मर तो गया ना. सम 5 साल का लड़का मेरा किडनैप हो गया, वो लोग मार दिए पैसे के वास्ते. अरे हो गए, एक्सीडेंट होके मर गए. स्कूल बस फेल इन द वैली, all the 20 children of 5 to 12 years died. Ah, Bala Mrityu. They have not died together. Each one has different ages, different pain. एक मोमेंट में नहीं मरते हो, एक तरह से नहीं मरते हो. These are very intricate, subtle things. All of that is because of his karma. Somebody, Yuva Avastha, 28, 30 years, very young, dynamic. 1 week back only marriage fixed. Thank God marriage nahi hua or married. See, when you understand all this, you will tend to live a noble life more than becoming emotional about all this. Because we know whatever are happening are the effects, the results. The causes are our satkarma or dushkarma. So rectify your dushkarma, do only satkarma. You won't see these things. What about others? Others is wherever you can help in whatever way you do it, that's your sadhana. Otherwise, the niyati is everybody will have to go there to go through their own sukha dukkha result of punya papa. This is how the niyati going on. Second is yuva yauvana mrutyudahi. Vruddha mrityu pradair vruddhaha. Somebody at old age he'll have to die, so he'll live for a long time. Somebody in that also again various things. Somebody निद्रा में आराम से चले जाते, कोई किसी को परेशान नहीं किया एक पल भी, कोई हॉस्पिटल नहीं गए, डॉक्टर पास नहीं गए. Isn't it? He is महापुण्यशील होगा, है ना. विना दैन्येन जीवनम अनायासेन मरणम देहांते तव सायुज्यम देहि में परमेश्वर देहि में श्री जनार्दन. When you chant this mantra, Lord will bless our karma also. Then karma bhir mruti mruchyati. Depending on these karmas, this is how the mrityu happens. When you know it, we'll do a punya karma, live long, effortlessly we leave the body. We go to the better worlds. That's how the mrityu is only shreyaha. Mrityu shreyaskaram, as we saw in the earlier portion. Okay? Next one word. Yo yatha shastramarabdham swadharmamanutishthati. Yaha, whoever may be, yatha shastram, as told by the Shastra, Arabdham Swadharmam Anutishthati. Does exactly Sadharma as per the Shastra as he has to do. What will happen to him? Bhajanam Bhavati Shriman Sa Yatha Shastramayushaha. He will be qualified for that lifespan which is told by the Shastra, that is Purna Ayu Sausa. Evam karmanusarena. In this way, according to the karma, janturantyam dasham itaha. The jantu, after the no, antya dasha he obtains. Means the human beings, death, this is how decided. Human being, jiva, jantu, any animal also, it is not conscious of all that mrityu, etc. But it all has the fear of the death. उसका बुद्धि उस जीव का उस जंतु योनि में नहीं होता. That is also karma phala. They only know somebody is killing, they don't feel all of that. उनका फिर अलग ही हिसाब है. All that analysis, first when we understand about ourselves, set ourselves on sadhana, ensure that doing well, then as the time pass, all other those rahasyas also we can know. That are also wisdom. But कोई फायदा उसका ज्यादा नहीं है. हम खुद ही जंतु बनते हैं if you do papa. This much if you know and protect ourselves from not doing it, we are safe. So evam karmanusarena jantu antyam dashamitaha. So this is how each one's karmanusarena the death happens. With the first niyati remaining. Like in all our shastras, jatyayur bhogaha, according to the prarabdha, his ayu is there, it is said. That is correct at a first level. यहाँ उस बात को डिनाई नहीं किया. फिर अभी भी वही बात बताया. As यथा शास्त्र you live, your prarabdha अनुसार you live that lifespan. But उसमें हेरा फेरी कर दोगे, then all that gets deterred, changed, disturbed. That also keep in mind. Because we are seeing in the world, people are बच्चे मर रहे, युवा मर रहे, all of that. है ना? And so many other things, as we said yesterday, if he has to do better work somewhere else, he'll be taken from there at the young age. That is also punya karma phala. So, having known all this, you have to give less value to janma marana, you have to give more value to karma, sat karma punya. Little higher, more than that, upasana. Little higher than that, upasana karoge, so we go to that loka of the Lord where none of these problems are there. As long as you want or the Lord wants, you live without any health issue, money issue, food issue, कुछ टेंशन ही नहीं होता. उपासना का फल इज यू गो टू द ईश्वर लोक. वेदांत का फल क्या है? यू आर ब्रह्मन बियॉन्ड दैट. देयर इज नो द्वैत, देयर इज नो उपाधि, देयर इज नो जन्म वर्ण. Still, I am that Brahman. Anuvati. This is always said to be highest. But that is highest. For us to click also, we have to mature. We have to become purer. We have to rise above our own present notions. Isn't it? लोग जो अपने अपने फंसे रहते हैं उनको हायर चीजें पकड़ में नहीं आती. टुडे वी सॉ इन आवर मांडुक्य एग्जॉस्टिवली अस्ति नास्ति इति नास्ति नास्ति इति वा पुनः चल स्थिरो भया भावैर आवृणोत्येव बालिशः कोट्यश्चतस्र एतासां ग्रहेर आत्मा असंस्पृष्टः. We have seen that. Right? Now comes the next topic. What is it? Huh? Another line. Bhavati antam gatavataha drudha marma cheda vedana. Another very important thought. Mother Saraswati says, antam gatavataha. The one who is dying just before death and immediately after that, drudha marma cheda vedanaha bhavanti. Depending on his papa karmas done, the marma cheda vedanaha. The pains which are piercing through our marma bhagas. That pain comes. Like marma bhaga, your own ears. Ears are ones without which we can't listen. No, उसका छेदन हो रहा है मानो कितना दुख खोलता हुआ तेल कान में डाला. That is called marma chedana. Or jeep. Without tongue to you can't talk, you can't eat. और जीव को काट दिया मानो. These are all marmangas. Marmanga means most important limbs. Marma chedana means cutting them. Or to all same way, the eyes are marma anga. Very important they are. Without that you can't see. अब imagine आंखों में कोई गरम गरम तेल डाल दिया कुछ फोक दिया उसको. Like that Chavana Rishi, that Sukanya has done yesterday. Hmm. So marma cheda vedanaha bhavanti antangatata. This much Saraswati Mata told
But Leela is wise now. She is the knowledge seeker. She is not emotional, sentimental, frightening, saying that ऐसी बात है कि मेरे को बात मत सुना मैं डर जाती हूँ. That third class level में जो are there, they never gain the knowledge. They are always be sentimental fools. She is not like that. So she has got that courage to know. What is it? Prabuddha Leela Uvacha. That Prabuddha Leela is asking question. What is it? Maranam me samasena kathaya indu samanane kim sukham maranam kim va दुखम मृत्वा च किम भवेत. सो मरणम मृत्यु के बारे में मुझे समासेन कथय. In short, you tell me, Hindu sama anana, Chandrama samana faced O Mother Saraswati. Tell me about Mrityu in short. Then Kim Sukham Maranam? Is Marana is Sukha? Kim Va Dukkham? Or is it Dukkha? Three questions, four questions. Tell me about Marana. Tell me is it Sukha or tell me it is Dukkha. Three. Fourth, Mritva cha Kim Bhavet? मरने के बाद क्या होता है? All these four things are समासेन वद. Tell me in short. So now in this next portion, we will see Devi is answering beautifully. First she says there are three types of Purushas. One is Murkha, second is Dharanabhyasi, third Yuktiman. Dharanabhyasi and Yuktiman, they don't die. They by choice consciously leave the body and they are at higher level of either given the better places or even higher than that, they can choose their own lokas and shariras for their sadhana. They won't die. Like in Upanishads it is said, Tasya prana na utkramanti. He doesn't die. He leaves the body. हो गया इस बॉडी और ये लोक में जो करना तो कर दिया खत्म लेट मी गो हियर होता है ना इन योर लाइफ ऑल्सो सम प्लेसेस यू आर अटेंडिंग आप कहते हो बस उब गया मैं नहीं चाहिए आप मुझे बात पूछो आप स्वामी जी बारवार क्लासेस ले लो आई कैन नॉट डू दैट आई एम अबाउ दैट नाउ आई कैन नॉट वो करते थे बहुत बच्चे घूमते थे खेलते थे हजारों कैंप सैकड़ों कैंप्स किया हमने कहाँ कहाँ क्या क्या चिल्लाए हंसाए भजन कराए गेम्स खिलाए नो यू टेल दैट बुढ़ा स्वामी नो आई कैन other than struggling to study and explain these Upanishads and Yoga Vasishtha, I cannot do other. Everybody will grow in their life, no? Maturity. In the same way, these people have risen above, so they go to their choiced lokas. But the Murkha is the fellow who has never studied Shastra, never did sadhana, never lived a dharmic life, always adharma, papi, kami, bhogi, rogi. Such a fellow, 20 things are told at the time of death and after the death. How many types of marma cheda vedanas? Very detailedly told. So that we are afraid of that. Afraid means you want to go through that? No, no, that's called the fear. Then avoid all that murkha jivanam. That crucial topic. 23 June 2026, we are going to study. Don't miss tomorrow's class. We'll talk about these things tomorrow. त्रिविधा पुरुषाः सन्ति देहस्यान्ते मुमूर्षवः मूर्खः तद्धारणाभ्यासी युक्तिमान् पुरुषस्तथा अभ्यस्य धारणानिष्ठो देयं त्यक्त्वा यथा सुखं प्रयाति धारणाभ्यासी युक्तियुक्तः तथैव च धारणा यस्य नाभ्यासां न अभ्यासं प्राप्तानेव च युक्तिमान् मूर्खः श्रुतिकाले असौ दुःखमेति अवशाशयः वासनावेश वैवश्यम भावयन विषयाशय दीनताम परमामेति परिणमिव अंबुजम यहाँ से शुरू करके वो लिस्ट विल बी टोल्ड पूरा एक दिन लगेगा मुझे ओनली ब्राउज थ्रू नथिंग टू एक्सप्लेन ओनली आई हैव टू इन्फॉर्म देम जस्ट लिस्ट आउट देम we'll talk that topic tomorrow the four questions of Leela answered by Mother Saraswati. Tell me about Mrityu. Is it Sukham? Is it Dukham? Dukham? What happens after the Mrityu? Very good things. Very sublime, very relevant, essential. You know, like in all aeroplanes or cinema theaters, any of those indoor places, when you go, once you enter, the first thing you are supposed to know is exit. इसलिए एरोप्लेन में एग्जिट के बारे में बताते हैं शुरू में सो टू व्हेन यू एंटर एनी ऑफ दोस्त एग्जिट लाइट्स वहां जलते रहते हैं इन केस ऑफ एनी emergency you should know where to go So too, once you enter into human life, we also should know how the exit happens, and how to exit also. Don't try to stay here. That is not correct. रुको मत इधर, चलते रहो, बढ़ते रहो आगे. रुकने का थॉट है मतलब you are deluded. There is nothing. Even if you want, you are not looking. One by one movement, we are going towards only departure. Isn't it? अद्यवा अब्द दशांशतांते वा मृत्युर्वै प्राणिनाम ध्रुवम. आज मरो या 100 साल के बाद, सब लोगों को जाना है. सुबह भी देखा ना गीता, जात से ध्रुव मृत्यु. फ्रॉम दैट ओनली वी कंटिन्यूड अवर गीता समरी. So tomorrow this crucial topic, patiently we'll study it. Come. Om Purnamadaha Om Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Dhanyavad. Let us see Tulsi Ramayana sometime.